Don't be too proud of this podcast you've constructed. The ability to rank content is insignificant next to the power of an exceptional hot take.
It's Hot Takes time, and last time we did this show, I had a hot take that I thought was a decent one. We went into it, and Christian took it from me. He knew what was in my mind, and he said it. So this week, I'm going to say it before you.
Okay.
I'm going to say it before you, but I'm going to let Amanda go first.
Oh, okay.
Because I know you're just... I didn't write mine down this week.
Okay.
In fact, I didn't even watch the show before I came in. It was going to be such a fresh hot take. You're going to steal anything from me.
All right.
Amanda, what's yours?
My hot take is that I was extremely, I don't know if this is a hot take. Maybe it'll get formed into one as I express it.
Let's do this.
I was disappointed that we got no Ezra, Kanan, or Ahsoka reference in here, because towards the end of the film, Rey is reflecting on all of the different master and apprentices that she's watched. And there's no Anakin and Ahsoka there, which I think she deserves to be there. And I think Kanan and Ezra are also great models, and they were completely forgotten in this world. And they are canon.
Who are Kanan and Ezra? All right. Well, yeah, I think you're right. I would have liked to have seen... I mean, just because they're... why not jam-pack more?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
why not?
We got to see 3 different versions of Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And you have good other examples of master and apprentice, teacher and student, like you were saying. I'm going to go Milquetoast, but because I agree with you. I don't know.
It's not too hot.
Maybe.
That's a good point. It is pretty milquetoast. My feathers weren't ruffled at all.
I like what you're saying.
I think it.
I think it fits with the story of it for sure, because it had a good story of Rey trying to teach.
I was wondering whose feathers would be ruffled.
The hardcore Lego canon fans, where they're like, "This is canon in Star Wars. There's nothing disproving it."
Well, it seemed like the Lego Star Wars was only referencing the movies, period.
Yeah, like the Skywalker saga.
But again, missed opportunity to lead more audiences down a road of more Star Wars content.
Yeah, market your product.
Duh.
Market your product.
People will be like, "Who's that?"
Yeah.
Well,
You fool! Your take is Milquetoast.
all right, Christian.
What is it, Brody?
I think that the Emperor, I don't know who just everything about that character, from the voice actor, it's like the portrayal of it, to the dialogue, to everything about it. Not a fan.
Oh.
At all. Like, every single time that Lego Emperor comes in, I find it super corny, not into it at all.
I gotcha.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say he's a bad voice actor or anything else, but
Do you find him annoying?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think the Emperor is an annoying character in this show.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's been any form of dialogue with him thus far that I've really enjoyed.
I think it's because he's a hard character to make funny.
Yeah.
Unless you just purposely make him the joke.
Who was the Emperor in the Family Guy Star Wars? Stewie was
Didn't see it, sorry.
Darth Vader. I feel like, who did a really good job at making the Emperor funny, in my opinion, was the Robot Chicken.
I knew you were going to say Robot Chicken.
Hold on, because just in case that's the same guy. Robot Chicken Emperor.
Let's not blaspheme. I totally get what you're saying, though. If you had to pick the most...
Seth MacFarlane.
It was not Seth in the Lego Star Wars movie. Okay.
If you had to pick the most annoying character in this movie, it definitely would be Palpy. I'm sure that has more odds of ruffling people's feathers.
No, that's a video game. The voice actor for Emperor Palpatine in Lego Star Wars Holiday Special is Trevor Duvall.
Yes, Trevor. Yeah, you'd probably ruffle someone's feathers. I would say Milquetoast because I agree with you. He's the most annoying character in here. But I did think the jokes land with him. He's the butt of the joke and he's bored, and then And then Kylo's like, wait, you can't just send Vader to Endor because that sets off the chain events of you getting thrown down the shaft. And he's like, yeah, who cares? I thought that played well off of Rise of Skywalker.
So maybe then my hot take should have spent a little bit more money, brought in Seth MacFarlane,
All right.
and had a better Emperor.
Oh,
You
hot
know what?
take.
Hot take.
Now you're offending.
Seth MacFarlane should have wrote Lego Star Wars and voiced
I don't think
the
it would
Emperor.
have been appropriate.
I don't care.
That is probably a key function of Legos, though, is that it needs to be appropriate for children.
Yeah.
I think it could have still landed. I really do. I think
You think he could do it?
I think
for
he
children?
Could do it. I think he is a genius writer, especially with comedy. So 100%. And that's so his style too, bringing in all of these other elements, like from external stuff, like things people are actually thinking. Like I remember there was one Robot Chicken where, remember the guys in A New Hope where he's like, he doesn't like you. I don't like you either. Well, it starts they did a skit where the guy with the butt face wakes up and he's all like, and it's just like, oh, I'm so excited to start my day at my new architecture firm. I finally am going to be able to put up this building that I've been sketching for months and whatever. And so he's like, they win the bid. He's super excited. And then he goes and he's got his like drawings, and one of his guys like, hey, let's go grab a couple drinks. Come on, it's going to be a good time. So they're like, oh, I really should stay and work. He's like, no, come on, let's go. So they go to the bar at the cantina, and the one guy's having a few drinks, and he's like, hey, watch this. It's like, he doesn't like you. I don't like you either. And the butt-faced guy's like, no, hey, hold on. Like, actually, we're good. Sorry about him. He's really drunk. Next thing you know, you see Obi-Wan just whip out a lightsaber and cut off his arm. He has to quit his job because he's, an architect sketching by hand. He's like trying to write his name with his left, and it ruins everything for him. And that's the skit. And I love that so much that just this smaller moment in Star Wars history, and you built this whole backstory for this character.
That's
so
funny.
That's the Ithorian, the hammerhead character you're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah. If you like short stories, what was it? The 40th anniversary, A Certain Point of View, that book. It's a bunch of short stories from like a character standpoint like that from A New Hope.
I want to check that out.
It doesn't go for the comedy edge, but you might like that.
I'm just saying, like, I think Seth MacFarlane could have nailed this. And I think if he would have
Milquetoast.
toned it down, he would have done great.
Ooh. Milquetoast.
Milquetoast.
So you both fully agree that this should have been written by Seth MacFarlane, and that's not a hot take.
No,
No,
it's more so like...
It's a bad take, and I disagree with it.
Yeah, she summed it up pretty
If
well.
it was a good hot take and I disagreed with it, we would play the other sound, but I'm saying it's Milquetoast.
You fool! Your take is Milquetoast.
Now you can go.
We're
Christian.
not trying to crap on you.
I was.
I would say, so for my hot take, man, it's really rude to try to have to come up with a hot take for a fun Lego holiday movie. But if I had to come up with one, I would say Finn was done better here than in the sequel trilogy.
Milquetoast.
Milquetoast.
Yeah. So you agree?
We all knew that.
You fool! Your take is Milquetoast.
So something I want to say about this, so the fact that we all had Milquetoast takes, says one of two things. We're like really bad at coming up with takes, which I don't think is true. One. Or two, it's really hard to hate on this movie. Like, and if you are going to hate on it, I think you have to go pretty extreme.
Well, and even then, it's not like hating on it. It's hard to be provocative because the nature of a hot take is you have to be provocative and divisive and polarizing. It's hard to do
develop
that
one.
with a Lego holiday movie that's strictly to, bring people together. It's about family and friends literally on Life Day. So I think we can allow ourselves to screw up the hot take segment of this show this time.
Christian KG in the comments said all the characters had better arcs in the special.
KG, all right.
Yeah, it does make me really want to see the Finn and Rey saga continue.
Right? I did want to, after watching this, I did want to go back and watch some of the sequels. Like, there were some parts that, like, it would be cool to just have this continuation of Rey and Finn, Rey teaching, and, like, there are things that I want to see these characters come back in and do. So I can appreciate, that about this.
So maybe this is more of a hot take, but I just kind of wish Rey wouldn't rely on the Jedi texts for her teaching. Like, isn't that exactly what Master Luke was telling her in the end?
You got a good feeling about Duel of the Ranks? Then punch it down below to subscribe so that you never miss our latest ranks and hot takes from a galaxy far, far away. This is the way to some of the best Star Wars content out there. So, do or do not. There is no try, but do yourself a favor and do it.